Hi guys, Righteous Raymond here, back again with another powerful dose of truth for the day, and that is this. Do not let them label you. Do not let them label you. When you confront your narcissist, when you confront your narcissist partner or your narcissistic ex, do not let them label you. And I'm going to tell you why. Just wait a few seconds. This also applies to strangers. When you meet a stranger, it could be a person you just met at church or a networking event, a new job you start working at, a new neighbor. Do not let people label you. I'm going to tell you why, you all. Once a lot of people put a label on you, this is what they're going to do with you. They have a box they're going to put you in, okay? They're asking you, hey, how did you vote? Hey, what kind of music you listen to? What kind of church you go to? What area, neighborhood you live in. Once they label you, they're going to get you, put you in a box, one box, and they're going to throw you away. Once they've decided that you're this one thing they put a label on, they're going to push you in the box and throw you away. Don't let them label you. Now, I'm talking specifically in this video about when you have confrontations with your narcissistic ex or your narcissistic partner. You come to them like, hey, you know, the other day you said something that was inappropriate to me, and I just think, you know, you should apologize. You should stop doing that behavior. The first thing they're going to try to do is this. It's going to be a few things they're going to try to do, but this is one thing they're going to try to do. They're going to try to label you. They're going to say, you're so sensitive. You're so sensitive. You're so sensitive. Once they put that sensitive sticker on you, dismissed. Everything you say after that sensitive label gets slapped on you, on your forehead, on your chest, is dismissed. Oh, she's just sensitive. You start crying, hey, it really hurt me when you pushed me. You're so emotional. You're just always crying. You're so emotional. They slap the sticker on your forehead. You're emotional. Dismissed. Nothing you say after that label is this. Don't let nobody label you. Sometimes for a conversation or argument or confrontation, you have to let them know the rules. Here are the rules. We're going to fight fair. You cannot say these certain labels until after I make all of my points. At least wait till after I make all my points. Then you can decide if you want to call me this and the third. But don't tell me. You said in your head, don't tell me. Because when you label somebody, it's very dismissive, okay? It's like, she's just being sensitive. She's just emotional. People do this a lot with people who have people who follow zodiac signs and horoscopes. They'll say, oh, you know, she's an Aries. You know how these Aries are. You know, the Sagittarius is, oh, these Cancer. They're just dismissed. You have an actual valid argument to make. And they'll just say, oh, you know, them Geminis, they bipolar. Don't let people label you. Okay? They're only labeling you so they can do like I just told you with that white box. They're going to put you in the box and throw you away. The problem with labels is that people are not one-dimensional. Okay, so this is one-dimensional. People are not just one-dimensional. People are not just liberal. Once I say that you're liberal, you can be liberal, you can be a really kind person, you can be a gracious person, you can be really intelligent, you can be very respectful, you can be very integral. But I've already put the label on you. You're liberal. Once I determine that you're liberal, write it on here. Once they put a label on you, hey, how did you vote in the election last year? Oh, you're a liberal. I'm sorry, my handwriting is bad. I'm gonna write it backwards. How did you vote in the election last year? This is a total stranger you just met at a networking event, and you think you're gonna meet a new person and meet some new people in the neighborhood. You're excited to meet some new people. How'd you vote in the election last year? Oh, you're a libtard. I don't have nothing to do with you. I don't have nothing to do with you. You're nothing. This person could be the kindest, sweetest person you ever met. This person could be the person that gets you your next job. This person could want to introduce you to your spouse. Their brother could be your partner, and their brother could be conservative. Because you were so quick to slap a label on them and dismiss them, you can't hear nothing else they had to say. You can miss a whole jewel. All right. I looked on AI, Google overview is my best friend nowadays on some of my videos. AI overview. This is why we should not let people put labels on us. Labels are dismissive because they oversimplify complex. These are dynamic, complex, beautiful, precious human beings. They oversimplify complex human beings into rigid, one-dimensional boxes, okay? Reducing individuals to a single trait, behavior, or stereotype. Oh, your wife is black? Oh. You know what that means. So all black people are the same, but all black people are one stereotype, you know? Or your fiance's the athlete, a professional athlete. Oh, I feel for you, girl. You sure you want to marry him? You can't do that to people, okay? They halt curiosity. Labels halt curiosity, imply there is nothing more to learn, and often serve to justify pre-existing biases. You know, women, they're so emotional. Women, so sensitive. You tell your husband, hey, it really hurt me when you left me behind at the fair, and I had to walk around 10 minutes trying to call you, and I couldn't find out where you were, and I had to walk around, and it was in the rain. You're so sensitive. You women are so emotional. You know, you're so hysterical. It was only 10 minutes. You're hysterical. They're using these terms to dismiss anything else you have to say. If you say, you know, I don't like that you're still texting your ex. You know, my ex-husband was texting his ex too before he left me. You're still so bitter. You're so broken and hurt. They're using that, they're putting that label on you so they can go ahead and dismiss the rest of you. Okay? They stop hearing you after the label. Oh, you know, she's Gemini, they're bipolar. We know she just don't hear nothing she's saying. She's in postpartum. You know, women, she's just had a baby, the baby blues. You don't hear nothing she's saying. Oh, I know you acted the way you acted because it was the anniversary of your mother's passing. You're just in grief. I realized that when you went off of me the other day about me cheating on you, it wasn't me. It was you were grieving your mother's passing. You're still in mourning. You're still in grief. You should get therapy for that. You know, they oversimplify human beings. They devalue your worth, which is to contribute to the conversation. You may have some really good points to bring up, but they're like, you know how women are. So labels are considered dismissive and harmful according to Google AI Overview because they are reductionist and dehumanizing. Labels reduce a complex person to a single, often negative. It's not something usually positive. Like, you know how women are. Women are amazing. You know how we know women are great. Very subtle how the label is going to be for good. It's going to be used to be a negative thing on you. So they reduce a complex person to a single, often negative word or phrase, ignoring the multifaceted nature of human identity. That's according to Foundation for Change. Another bullet point they have is it stifles growth. It fulfills, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. When people are labeled like lazy or troublesome or, whatever, they may begin to act accordingly, limiting their potential and reducing their motivation to change. So if you're, especially when it comes to children, or you say, oh, my wife's late, my children so late, my kids so dumb, you're putting a label on them, and your child may not even try to go anywhere above that label. Weaponized therapy speak. People often use clinical terms inaccurately to dismiss behavior, diagnosing others to invalidate their feelings or actions. And sometimes people can do this with narcissism. Oh, the narcissist, he's a narcissist. They have to have qualifications to be a narcissist, okay? You can't just say they're a narcissist. They not make sure they have narcissistic tendencies. Because we're all on the spectrum of narcissism. Some on like 1 on a level, 1 on 100. Some people are on a 99 or 100. But like, we cannot say they have narcissistic personality disorder. We can just say he's narcissistic. He has a tendencies. Stigma and exclusion. Labels, especially regarding, labels can cause feelings of rejection, isolation, and shame. Well, he says because I hit the wall. I'm menopausal. I'm just hysterical. Shut down dialogue. Labels often end conversations rather than facilitating understanding, as they make it harder to see the person behind the label. You look at this person like, yeah, she crazy. Yeah, I know she crazy because she did spend a couple of nights in jail, so she got to be crazy. Nothing she's saying makes any sense. She may have a genius IQ, okay, but she had a bad stint in college. You know what I'm saying? And encourages stereotypes and biases. Labels create, reinforce, and justify negative stereotypes, causing people to treat others based on preconceived notions rather than their actual character or capabilities. That's according to Turner Syndrome Foundation. So you all, don't let anybody label you. At least let them make them wait until after you get done talking. Then you can say, hey, do I sound crazy now? They may be surprised. Thanks for watching, guys. Buy my book on Amazon. Bye.